Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Binding of It's Eden Day, and we're gonna play Eden, and it's gonna be great. See what happens. Oh, this is a real good spawn. Even though my damage is low, I have the lump of coal, so it's not a big deal. And I have this pretty sweet item here that doubles the effect of trinkets and drops a trinket every few rooms. Oh, we're taking another loop around. I'm pretty fast, which is good. That was my own fault. There was just no way that was working out without me getting hit again, so I just decided I would give up and accept it. Rather than getting hit, I would just not get the free bomb chest. It's no big deal. So this trinket increases the drop rate of keys and chests, golden chests specifically if it's like it was supposed to be in the original. And now with this, I'm gonna get the chest instead of the soul hearts. That's probably not the best play, but I want to know. This is good money. I'm gonna go to the shop. And here I can buy both a bomb and a soul heart. And I wasn't looking for an item. I didn't pay attention to notice that it was Curse of the Blind, but I wasn't looking for an item, so it's not a big deal to go in there. I was mostly looking for health and a bomb, two things which I found, but I didn't expect to be able to get both, so I was just gonna pick the bomb since there's the chance of more stuff coming along with that soul heart from the pots, and it was probably just a better strat. No big deal. So even though, like I said, my damage isn't great, Lump of Coal will help a lot, increasing the damage and size of my tiers based on the distance they've traveled. That's 0.15 speed up. It's not bad. It's just not what I'm going to take. And hopefully I'll just get a good trinket one of these days. Not that this trinket isn't good, just hopefully I'll grab better. Obviously I want Curved Horn or Cancer. Those are the two best trinkets, pretty much. So, if I get one of those, that'll be a good day. Doctor's Remote. I can use this to bomb here, to get a bomb, so I can go... Really, I couldn't hit it again. That's fine. To go grab that other soul heart, and then I'll go fight the boss, and life will be great. Nothing to worry about here. Maybe I'll get a quarter, which would be nice. Nah, but that's to be expected. Okay. Need to move the microphone a little bit so I can see better. Freaking Ragman. Ragman ruins my life. That's my own fault. Okay, so the two that are actually gonna die and stay dead are dead. Now I just need to focus on keeping my distance properly to maximize damage, and he's improperly hiding behind that dude. Obviously, he's hiding on the wrong side. Which helps only me, as it keeps him really stationary and easy to deal with. And that was a pretty clean Ragman fight. Range up, it does help in its own way, so I'll work with it. Not that I have a choice. I'm gonna go in. This one's no curse, which is nice. And I get my soul heart back, so at least it's free. And I know that if I'm really desperate, I have a bomb chest that I could get in there. But it's unlikely that I'll go back for that. Usually I just get those from the red chests themselves, but I also am not gonna go in there expecting it, because it's just one of the very, very many possible options for a curse room, so... Not like always enter a curse room with a bomb is a thing that I would say. I don't think that's necessary. Blue Baby's soul. It's nice, but I'm enjoying my keys, even if it's meaning slightly fewer bombs. Okay, so I'm gonna kill this guy next to the thing here. Because free tinted rocks are good dudes. And here's 5 more bombs. That also leave fire on the ground. Does damage over... Well, not damage over time. It does damage to enemies that stand in it. Or walk through it, you know. Perfect. Pills aren't worth using. Most of the effects are bad, or neutral, but the neutral ones are mostly bad. So it's just not worth the risk. There are just not enough good effects compared to a lot of harmful neutral effects and bad effects. Since I get the question pretty much every time I skip pills now, I'm not going to explain it every time, like every video, but I'll explain it more often. No big deal. What are you? Doubles all of the pickups in the room and chests. Pretty good. I won't promise that I'll keep this all the way until the chest because I got it so early. But knowing me, it's not unlikely that I will. So, you know, we'll see. I did go to the item room. This is a slow, but still, like, workable kind of slow if I want to make boss rush. So I might allow that room over there to be skipped. Because I did all the important stuff here. Which means I don't really need to, wander around over there. I even fought a mini-boss. I did everything I could need to here. Because unlike in the original, like, I don't know, this is something that I feel like is somewhat a common attitude. Unlike the original, it's not necessarily better to be thorough anymore. So that's Tears Up, Size Down, and a Soul Heart. It's good. It's a bunch of stuff I need. I will take this, 1/3 Guppy, and a 50% chance I revive at half a heart if I die. Gonna drink a little bit of water. Give me a moment here. XL floor, so that's not where my hand was supposed to be. Anyway, XL floor means that there are 2 item rooms and 2 bosses and twice as many rooms, well, 1.8 times as many rooms, but only one of any other special rooms. So it kind of sucks, but the plus side is it's possible for us to make up a lot of time towards making boss rush. If that's the desire, which I would like to leave it as an option, of course. I would also like to stop getting hit now, because it is looking a little bad. Okay. This room's not going so badly. Again, for a bad damage spawn, just Lump of Coal has made it good. I don't need that. But at the same time, that's pretty much what my current one is doing, because it doesn't seem like it's improving my chest drops. So this is a 50% chance every time I pick up a key that or every time I pick up a coin that I get a key drop to accompany it. And since this isn't affecting drop rates of things, that means it's not going to bring down the drop rates of, say, bombs that I don't have, in order to give me more keys. And seemingly not chests. This room is a mess every time. Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm getting hit here no matter what I do. Pretty much, and I could have avoided that one. It would have been tough, but it was doable. So my health is awfully low. Which is why I said I won't promise that I use this rune in the chest. If I find a shop, for example, I'd probably use it there. Alright, one mistake in here and I'm dead. So preferably no mistakes in here. So they're all at about equal health at this point. I can't kill him. There we go. And then just stay away from that and we're in perfect shape. This room is probably gonna kill me. Maybe. I played that a little close. More pill drops. I don't want that. And I don't want this. So that wasn't what I wanted to see for my first item room of the floor. It's always risky to buy a soul heart deal, especially in the early game though. That's partly why I do it, but also because it was just the best choice. Like, get a good item, get 1/3 guppy. Well, it's not a good item for me. For me, it's a bad item, but get an item that makes you 1/3 guppy and locks in devil rooms. That's just an obvious decision. Okay, this room's no problem because I don't have to really fight anything. Everything is avoidable by range. And this will get me another trinket. Would get me, it's the same as my current trinket, but for bombs. This allows me to reroll pickups. It's generally pretty useless unless you have a game-breaking setup, which I don't, so I'm gonna skip it. Thank goodness that went so smoothly and conveniently. That's really not where I wanted you to rebound from my tears. Recoil, perhaps, would be a more accurate word. But the moral of the story is that's not where I wanted it to go. It's the wrong kind of heart, you see. And that was a good strat. I still only have 5 bombs, and I got those 5 bombs like this very floor. How unfortunate is that? This is a room full of a large degree of potential disaster. Okay. But it seems like we avoided that. Unless these last 2 dudes really screw me, like really hard. Alright, magic mushroom me, please. That's not a magic mushroom. This fine, this one can be. But the shop has a soul heart. Which is what I was really angling for. I don't need to buy that key. Now, I could have used my rune there, but I didn't think that would be necessary. Hopefully, I don't prove myself wrong. These guys will get one-shotted. Ah, bomb. I don't believe it. Don't need that money that bad. This room is always a sucky entrance. Like, either entrance to it is not good. But as long as you don't move and don't dodge right into the tears right away, you're gonna be fine. But that's really easy to say and not really easy to do. That's a room where inaction is truly your friend. Okay. I wanted to get the chest for free just to see if there was anything in it I cared about, but you know. It's fine, I don't have to, so I've gone everywhere I need to. I'm thinking that I'm gonna skip the rest of this floor as well, especially after getting that black heart. It's super convenient. I almost dodged that really late. You don't even need to wait for the attack telegraph. As you can see, I did that really early. Because it locks in before the attack, slightly. But that's just a feel thing you gotta get the hang of. Really easy boss though, as long as you just keep your quarter circle dodges. It's about every like 2 seconds maybe. Between 2 and 3 seconds. So that's tears up and shot speed up. It's good. It's basically another range up. Means that I'll get even more out of the lump of coal. But it does make it a little harder to aim, and it's alright. It's a lot more neutral than it was in the original game. Hence why I don't mind shot speed anymore. Drops half red hearts every couple rooms. Not that useful, but hey. I've got it. I probably shouldn't have taken it. Good. Calm down. Because now my first familiar is that dude instead of potentially something really good. I would say always take that. I couldn't really not get hidden here. Anyway, I would say take that if you get it in an item room before getting the boss. But if you get it from the boss, you don't have to take it. It's not that likely to show up in the item room. I just kind of always take it, so I didn't think twice about it. Almost always, of course. But maybe I'll get Dark Bomb, and then suddenly everything's great. Of course, I haven't had any Devil Room luck. So this Devil Room is guaranteed as long as I don't end up, you know, dead. Which I won't rule out. It's also Curse of the Blind, so unless I have a couple red hearts by the end of this floor, it's not worth it even. That's not to say I won't do it, because I probably will. But it's just not worth it. Whether or not it gets done. Perfect. That's fine. My damage is definitely starting to fall off a little. Oh, how I wish. I could duplicate it, but that's a huge waste. Oh my gosh. Get me out of here. So bloat. I don't know where people get the idea that bloat is in any way unfair, but bloat's not unfair. It's a well-made boss. It's fair, but it can be difficult. If you make good decisions, you'll do fine, consistently. You might just have to be really patient. You know, if that's a problem, well, there's your problem. Especially now that you can shoot the eyes onto a different path. That's kind of a big deal. So, this should be no big deal. Whoa. Thanks to the big deal of being able to move the eyes out of your way. See, no problem. All stats up. And 2 lump of coal would not stack with one another, so that's not useful if I get it. But it's not like I want the Head of Krampus because I have the trinket I have. Or not the trinket, the use item I have. Which is very good, especially if I get the trinket I want. So no matter what, this was not a useful outcome. Like, I wasn't getting anything from that boss that I cared about. So we're a little more in business than we were before, which is a huge relief. We got a 0.3 damage up, which is something. This is a pretty neat room. Until I corner myself here, because this is not where I want to be with masks, like, existing in the same plane as me. So that's always something to consider. Plus side is, they don't really seem to care that I'm over here. By which I mean they just didn't randomly move over there. And they didn't mess me up. So that was cool. I liked that room. I don't think I'd seen it before. Okay, I'm gonna use a bomb here. That was convenient that it damaged that dude so I could kill him. By the way, my fire doesn't damage me, so I can run through it if I need to. Shouldn't blow up the skulls while the room is actively in combat, though. Because if you get any enemies, you have to actually kill them. Unless the room has already opened the doors, in which case you're fine. Excellent. So this room sucks. I didn't think that would hit me. I thought I was to the side enough. It's fine. I just wanted to have my black heart at near activation, obviously. Lazarus's rags I don't like. It is a respawn within the same room without resetting it as revived Lazarus. It's just the revive that Lazarus gets. So you'll get the 1.2 damage multiplier and all that. You'll get anemic. And just overall, it's not something I care about. I prefer not being that. You'll have the 1 health, all the stat changes. Wait. Oh, okay, good. I was like, do I not damage this man or something? But no, we're good. It's Curse of the Blind, so I don't want to go to the shop for items, but I have unlimited keys, and greed's fine, as would have been health. That was the real goal there. So I got some keys back as well. Gained keys over the none that I used. And I already missed boss rush a while ago, so at this point, thoroughness is probably helpful. Oh, that's unfortunate. Thank you. Because the more trinkets I get, basically, the better. Let's see if I get either of the ones that I want. This music always makes me think of Ratchet and Clank, by the way. Anyway, away we go. I like how that stayed open, too. What a guy. So I'll probably never get another double room this run, just because I'm a lucky guy like that this run. So far. I mean, that could change at any moment, but I'm not holding out a lot of hope. So oh, this is not good. I pushed you around it. What a nice guy I am. That was my own fault. I only had business getting hit one of those times. And even then, not so much. Got it back, so it's kind of fine. Kind of. Not completely. No, thank you. Alright, this is not a problem. Good trinket, but I need to get hit for that to activate, so I'm kind of not into that at the moment. Ooh, wow, that was not the angle I was even thinking was possible, actually. Okay, you're You'll die. Thank you for dying. Okay, we good. Everything's fine. Don't worry. I would really, really like a good trinket, though. Thanks for the money that I will hopefully get to put to use in the shop. That was just unfortunate. How he got knocked back. Alright, perfect. Everything went as planned otherwise. You're not doing it. Okay, we're all good in here. Oh, wow, that was close. We're all good, though. Kind of expected this would be the boss path. Sadly, these guys aren't going to get pushed as much as the big one. So since this is the boss of Depths 2, I can't go fight it yet. I have to go do everything else I want to do before fighting it because I don't have a teleport. So, make our way somewhere. Item room, shop, you know, the important stuff. It's probably about all I can do. I can open as many things with keys as I can imagine, but there probably aren't going to be that many things. There it is. So the cancer trinket gives me -2 fire rate delay. Since I have the doubled effect, it's -4 fire rate delay. It makes my fire rate absolutely stupid. I'm somewhere kind of close to the soy milk fire rate. So life is good. BFFs increases the size and doubles the damage of my familiars. So that's good. Except that I don't have any familiars where that matters. But it's good otherwise. And maybe I'll get a familiar where it matters. So now I don't have any use for this really. The active effect of the active item. But the passive effect is too good to pass up. So this does bring my damage up significantly. Even if my per tier damage is not great. But my damage output is pretty great. Double my keys. And I have no bombs. Was there a bomb in the shop even? Because if there was, I would like it. I never look for bombs in shops because I'm never in need of them. But right now, I gotta say, I needed just that. Just for this, though. 2 of clubs gives me 2 bombs, so that's good. Relative to my current issue, at least. Alright. Yeah, that's a lot of damage output. In not a lot of time. Sometimes when you gotta kill all the enemies to get progress in this fight, you don't have to. Well, that's not what I wanted at all. Everything is terrible now. I'm dead, but that's fine. It'll be interesting that way. This run has been sacrificed to the knockback gods. May they be ever so kind in the future. Since it doesn't matter. Oh, that's not what I needed. Hey, there you go. So yeah, hopefully, somehow I make this work anyway. That would be a miracle, but this run's been bad for a while. So I don't see how this continues with my survival. put in my best effort. I do have a fantastic fire rate. I do have good range with Lump of Coal. And those two make up a formidable team. So we'll see where it gets us. Don't do that. Thing was really hungry for that hit on me. It's super close. Oopsie. So since they start looking right, you want to get to the left of them quickly if you can, so that you have a few seconds, and then you just keep alternating. Just a quick pro strat on eyes and bloodshot eyes. They spawn looking right. Alright, it's not up to me if I get hit by this attack. So don't worry. I'm just lucky today. Alright, so I would take that if I didn't need to have this double cancer effect, because that would be useful otherwise. But hey, you know, sometimes that ain't how you live life. Let's see what's in here. Neither of these are going to give me anything. There was a chance for Soul Heart or Black Heart there, though, and I could have used that. Kind of use anything I can get at this point. Because I made a simple mistake in picking up the negative that I can't even really consider a mistake. Just kind of bad luck. Honestly, though, I'm playing really well this run. I've made good decisions overall. Haven't really been taking any stupid damage at all, for the most part. There's not really much to complain about on my end, just on the game's end. I'll make the most of it. Alright, man. Wow. Like I said, they spawn looking right. They have to turn all the way around to see you if you're on the left. Gives you a lot of time if you can be there. Cool. What do you got? Flight. Yeah. Let's go for it. Only cost me 1 heart, gives me flight. The negative activation doesn't help me, though, because the negative is pretty much worthless. That's just 40 damage to every enemy in the room when I get hit at proper health, which I have right now, only soul hearts. Half a red heart or less. So if there's one thing I know I need to do right now... Honestly, the strength card would be smart to take into the boss. And it's not like my rune... Oh, boy. There are two ways to play this. There's the way where I assume that I'm going to get at least 1 guppy piece from the start of the chest, or the start of the dark room, if I even make it there. Which I'm going to assume. That's my method. Or I double those chests in there. It's 8 chests. I have 57 keys. But, you know, I'm going to make guppy. That's the dream. So these guys like to get knocked back in such a way that you can basically hit them from the front, which is awesome. Oh, boy. These guys always make me nervous, even though they're really not hard enemies. Now these guys, they're not hard either, but they are far more nerve-wracking, because their attack is random, so you think you're going to dodge it, but you have to dodge kind of to the side, and then they shoot practically sideways, and it's like, well, sucks to be you. And then when you do stuff like this, which I would say is not the way to fight them, you're cornering yourself. Dang. Which means if they want to block your way to move, well, tough luck. 5 is a floor reroll, so that's like the worst idea that I could have right now. But I think that the boss will be off the next couple rooms. Oh, this is dumb of me. I should have gotten hit there. That was 100% luck. Let's shoot these. Close. Well, there's my Lazarus's Rags activation. I kind of can't believe that, but at the same time, why wouldn't I be able to believe that, right? Good God. Alright, so now I absolutely have no choice but to, first off, save myself a tiny bit of the effort of the backtrack. And grab that strength card. It gives me an extra hit, and it gives me a 1.5 damage multiplier. This is how I survive this next fight. Let's hope that I don't mess up twice. I think it can work out, though. By the way, I don't think that those hits were dumb. It's just kind of how that room is. It sucks because those enemies suck. Alright, so the easy part, now done. This is the hard part. Hard part now done. Now the RNG part. RNG part now done. Alright then. Now let's make Guppy through wonderful, wonderful luck. Well, that's good. It's a proper start. The chest will contain exactly the same, you know, stuff. So I don't have to open the duplicates if they're bad, but I am anyway. Alright, so I didn't make Guppy, but I got 4 soul hearts, which is overall totally worth it. So I should have more damage than I had as Eden because of being Lazarus here. So this should be a little easier. Oh, good. It's this room. That one was my fault, that one wasn't. So the way you want this to go is that they're both in the same place like they are right now. I moved too early, I don't believe it. But at the same time, even if they're cooperative, this room isn't up to you. If they want you to get hit, you're getting hit. Tough luck. So, that was just unfortunate. And one of those hits was probably not even avoidable. I didn't move enough there. So here, manipulate their AI. If you stay against the wall, they tend to follow a good pattern for you, almost always. Oh my god. This is hideous. Why does this exist? It's fine. Invincibility for about 30 seconds. That's really nice. I just need to spot when I have a room where I'm probably getting hit, and I need to activate it without thinking twice. But the problem is I'll need it for the boss, because the boss is definitely going to be able to hit me if it wants to. So, you know, not everything is convenient here. That was almost a very bad decision. There you are. Item. Not an item I want. Too bad about these use items. I've gotten so many of them. I was gonna say one of them's almost dead. Now they're all almost dead. But pretty much every item has been a use item, unfortunately. Quad shot. Let's try it. I don't think that my fire rate will be good enough. Yeah, it's not worth it. But I wanted to see if perhaps, maybe, my fire rate would actually be way better than I thought. And be good enough. That was my fault, by the way. I'm gonna bomb both of these fires now. I'll still bomb the other one. It's on the way. I could use that item for it, but I'm not gonna use my bombs for anything anyway. So it doesn't matter that much. That's unfortunate. That I could have... I thought I maybe should use my active item there, or my invincibility. Now I will. But it's just unfortunate. The second hit was avoidable for sure. It was bad luck, but it was avoidable. I was just hoping that I would kill one of them before they could corner me like that. So... it wasn't meant to be that way. Alright, Mask of Infamy is not a problem. Just don't do anything stupid. You'll be fine. I'm dead in here. War is just not friendly when there are two of them. Even when there's just one, War isn't a friendly boss to be fighting. But you focus on one. It's better than 2 deaths. Double death is way worse than double war could ever be. And I didn't get anything bad that happened there, so this is like no problem so far. But if they want to, they can screw you. No problem.
2 of clubs.
We all know how I feel about double Monstro. Never a good time. I wasn't even sure I'd make it under that. Ah, I couldn't move up in time. It's fine. The hair or the collar is being the hero. This is very unfortunate. Okay, that's actually really useful because that gives me the chance to focus on those guys. So now I actually got a lot of stuff done. So that was the perfect attack for it to do. Alright, we did it. We in there? I mean, this can't really hurt me that much. That's did absolutely nothing for me or against me, so... let's try that other pill. I'm at the point where I'll pretty much accept my fate anyhow. 3 flies. You know, no big deal. That's what I was talking about with this. Sometimes they just kind of shoot sideways. This is a really sucky room anyway, so... you know. Look at that! That was so sideways. They are aimed a little bit, but they're way more directional than they seem like they should be able to be. is the moral of the story. But I've gotten 3 revives from the collar, and that is way more than I could ever hope for. This room is the end, however. This is just, the run is over. Wow. There's really no hope here. That one was my fault. But I keep getting another chance. That was also my fault. That room was the end anyway, though. I really don't feel bad. I played really well that run. That run was really bad, and I made it really far in the harder part of the game. I can't be upset at all. Hopefully you can't either. I hope you enjoyed the episode. It was pretty fun. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.